You've got mail.
Please join with me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You got your minutes there in front of you. Take a moment to review those from last month. I don't have to talk so loud.
Right.
Seven o'clock.
That was a school announcement.
Oh.
Not this one.
I just see people posting trick-or-treating lately. People are pretty worried about it.
Yeah. Everybody reviewed the minutes?
I'll make a motion to accept the regular meeting minutes for August 11th, 2020.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes from the last meeting, August 11th. Question? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Go around the room now. Looks like we got Nikki is the only one here. I think that's Nikki behind that mask, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. You don't have any public comments, do you guys? Okay, let's move on to old business. Do we have a phosphate update?
Yes, Gary signed the permit, or he signed the application, and it was submitted last week by HWC. I asked the engineer, I emailed and asked him how long it would take, and he answered me back weird, and I was like, no, after you submit it, how long will it take to approve? And he said 30 days he expects the item to have questions, 60 days he would expect approval.
So 30 to 60 days.
30 to 60.
Is our bid good for that long?
I don't know. That's a one really.
I guess we should have found that out too, huh?
Probably should have. But at this point in time, bid or no bid, we're rolling with it, I'd say.
Yeah. Okay. Depot Street property update. We have a letter here for to go to the adjoining property owners. We have to have. I'll let you explain that. You
Okay.
about confused me when you was telling me the other day about this.
Well, it is confusing. So the property will be offered with a sealed bid process to the abutting property owners. So each side and behind, but not across the street. So you've got Bear County on one side, Lytle's, and Haley and Dustin Lawson in the back. So all three of them will be offered the property as the abutting property owners. They have to place a sealed bid. The starting bid is $550, which is what we've spent on the transfer of the property, from the title search to the mailings to the recording the deed. So if they submit a bid, so if there's one bid, that person wins. If more than one submit a bid, they get to bid again. It's not a highest bidder thing. And then it becomes a highest bidder thing. It's really confusing. I don't know, but that's how Scott explained it to me. And
By Indiana code, and Indiana code sometimes can be confusing.
Right, which is where like the abutting property owner, that was the language in there. So he had to determine if that was across the street or if that was just but he says it's the sides and behind. And so, in that we have
You guys can read that, I'll pass it down.
I have to send that out. They have to receive that by Friday, so I need to send that out tomorrow to them. Trust our post office will get it there by Friday. Not our post office, just the post office in general.
The USPS.
And then they have, I can't remember what the timeline on it was, so many days to submit their bid, and maybe I'll just hand deliver the dang letters myself. And then I think 90 days to tear it down, or Scott said we couldn't just say demolish, we had to say demolish or bring to habitable condition. And I think that house is pretty far gone for habitable condition. So, and everybody that I've talked to that has had any interest wants to tear it down. So, and that would really clean up that side of town. The rest of that side of town looks really good.
Speaking of cleaning up, South Street property update. You got something on that, Kevin? Yeah.
I mean, they cleaned up the car that I tagged is gone, and they cleaned up all the way around the outside of the fence. Not sure how we want to proceed with everything that's inside the fence.
Did they move it inside? Did they just move all the outside stuff to the inside stuff?
The trailer they moved inside, but I'm not sure. It looks like they cleaned up some of it, but Still a lot of stuff in there.
There's an update over there.
I don't know.
Well,
I haven't been over there.
But the last time you looked at it, it looked fairly decent, right?
Tony got some
Yeah,
pictures.
I haven't
been
done
on
it
the
since.
outside.
Yeah, the outside looks fine.
Yeah.
Pictures I took over the fence after they moved the trailer in.
Oh, okay.
Are they living in there?
No.
No, there's nobody hanging out around there.
Oh, okay.
That's the trailer, and then scroll left, I think it is. If you go to the tires, that's the wrong way. Oops.
Is there anything in the dumpster down there?
I haven't looked. If not, we could probably move it over there.
Well-
Have them move it over there.
That's what I was gonna say. If there's nothing in it,
I'll look in the morning.
okay. If there's nothing in it, then I'll have when they drop off dumpsters for cleanup day, I'll just have them move that one over there.
Bring one in and grab
And-
that one, move it.
Yeah.
That's what I was
There's
thinking
6
about.
pictures.
I haven't been back there.
I'd just go look at
all
it.
weekend.
I mean, you can't see anything.
It's not the car you're talking. Is that this one or is that
Yeah.
a different one?
No, that was one parked outside.
That's the 58 Chevy that he wants to keep as his dad's.
I've not been there. I've been working on that Middle Street house.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I'm in charge. I'll just go because they got no money. You know, like, the council, you have to pay for everybody.
No, he just cut the sidewalls. All you do is cut the sidewalls off. And throw it in the trash. Cut it in the trash. That's what he is. He gets sidewalls like the other, like that. That's perfect. Yes.
Anything you had to have?
I haven't seen anyone down there.
I haven't either.
I haven't seen anybody down there for a while. I mean, I feel like they must have done that stuff in the middle of the night.
But he probably thinks he's done it.
Well, I'm
Well,
sure.
that's when he told me that he was done, and that's when he closed the gate.
I managed to clear it.
He was smart. He could have had
She hit the
American
wall.
pickers come by.
Yeah.
That's all right. I don't care. Town
They
fire.
might grab that video, shouldn't they? It wouldn't
I'll put this
necessarily
on
get
I
them.
gave him enough to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know which way to go.
Put out the cloven hooves.
Yeah.
That's before. So I went way too far. Keep going. Keep going. That's before I went in. That's that camper trailer's in there. That was just stuff I took. Away. There's the truck. There you go. That's what's left, starting there.
I feel like tonight's meeting's going to be a disappointment.
I told him not to expect what went
That's
on
what I
last
told
month.
him. It's probably going to be quiet tonight.
We'll go up there and lock the door so nobody else can come in.
Is the
Here
dog
at 7
still
o'clock,
there?
you can't come in.
Yes.
Why didn't they take the dog with them?
Right.
That dog's
Amen.
there for protection, to make it look like there's somebody living there.
Oh.
You didn't hear her say that?
I did hear her say
She
that.
said that
Put
last
new
month.
sign
She
on it.
did
You don't
say
need that
that.
dog.
Oh, I have to review
See
the
that sign
tape.
There's no trespassing. I'll call the state cops on it.
Yeah, Kim missed all this.
You did.
You can watch it on
I tried to send it to him and it didn't go through.
parkwithoutreverse.org.
On YouTube.
I
It's
couldn't
interesting.
find it, but
The first part of the meeting's pretty boring, but then when it got down to them, it
Fire right up.
accelerated a little bit.
You weren't so mean.
Yeah.
Damn.
6 years.
Hey, I sat there too. I don't even want to hear about it. Right there with you on that.
Okay, what, everybody think that's sufficient? I mean, you can't see it, that's true, but does it satisfy what we wanted? To get rid of possible insect and vermin habitat.
that doesn't stop that. Yeah, yes, I mean, there's too much stuff in there. Coons and possums.
Well, they can live under a wood pile real easily.
Well,
What's his neighbor think?
It's never going to be clean enough. That stuff's got to go. I mean, honestly, it's a hazard just being there. And as long as it's sitting there, I can't properly insure the place because it's a blight property next door. So it affects my insurance rates. So yeah, I'm not going to ever be till it's gone. I mean, I understand he owns the property and he has the right to store some stuff on there, absolutely, but yeah, he's not close yet.
Well, Tony and Cliff have been keeping their hours, so when all is said and done, I will lien on the property for the dumpster fees and their hours down there.
Well, I want a consensus here. Does it need to be cleaned up further? I know I got one answer is yes. Becky?
It sure looks like a lot of stuff could live in there to me.
So what's that mean? It needs further cleanup?
It wouldn't hurt to do a little bit more, I don't think.
Okay. Carol?
Yes, I'm all for cleaning it up.
And Ken?
yes.
I will say that it's not sufficient also. So I guess
What about the neighbors that, on Main Street that back up to that alley? What do they think?
well, if it's behind the fence, you can't see it.
So
That's what his whole thing is. He thinks it's out of sight, it's suitable. That's what Joe thinks.
And I'm just going off past experience. When Mike lived behind me, I had a privacy fence up, and rats would still come from his place.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I took care of a couple
Well,
of
we
them and
told
took
him
meat
that
on
the
his
fence
door
was
with
not
them.
going to be the solution
right.
last meeting.
Yeah.
So he's just stalling.
Do we have any way of getting a hold of him? You do?
I messaged Mary Jo on Messenger. That's the only way I've got it. Through the town phone.
Do the what?
Through the town phone. I use the town Facebook Messenger.
Well, I don't want you to be the one to tell her that. I'd rather it be one of us or her or him.
I was going to say, I think
It'd
Kevin
probably be better with Kevin.
the best bet, yeah.
That it's not sufficient yet.
Do we have a Board of Health that will have an opinion?
I spoke to Lydia at the health department. I spoke to her concerning the tent on the property when they were kind of camping out down there. And she said she could probably pull some Indiana code on it. As far as she's a county officer and she cannot enforce town ordinances. She can support us and she can offer her opinion, but,
You'd have to find a state statute for her to be able to enforce it.
correct. Yeah. So this is going off a town ordinance. It's really up to us and our departments to enforce it. I mean, she was helpful, and she explained to me about having sewer, and you don't have to have water in Indiana. You do have to have sewer and things like that. So, yeah.
Well, let's let Kevin do that then. Tell him it's not sufficient. The board unanimously said it's not sufficient.
And that's, anytime I've had correspondence, I've put on there per.
The board.
Did I send it through that letter? For me?
No, unless you go home from the cop shop.
I got a phone, but I don't use Facebook on top. I use it
Maybe
for
we set up a Rosedale Town.
not having,
Rosedale.
not
Nobody
the
wants to have
one.
that many Facebook profiles.
Huh?
I said nobody wants to have that many Facebook profiles.
No.
I don't want to have
I
one
got enough, I got
currently.
enough other things to do with other than a bunch of barrage of crap on Facebook. The Facebook police rule the world right now.
Well, you know what? Why don't we, Tony, can you request through your town phone that we need a telephone number?
Yeah.
Let's
Get
do
a
that.
telephone number.
We need a phone number so that we can contact them.
I'll do that.
Okay. And then Roger can make that call.
Okay.
Will do.
Sounds good. Okay, CARES Act update. You got any bids or anything?
Layton's is coming next week. They were really busy. And, I had some tooth work done the next day after the meeting last month. And so I was kind of out for a couple days. They're coming next week. And Rick Tryon just got insured. And he's kind of going into the business, the heating and cooling business. And he is a local fella. So I think we should give him a shot as well. He did do the food pantry next door for us.
Well, since how we
So-
don't have more bids than we need.
Right. So we can't move forward on that. I did pull a couple laptop prices. And I actually thought maybe this was a good way to try that thing out. To try the reimbursement thing out.
Mm-hmm.
Keystone says that I just need a high memory laptop. And I don't know, they range in price so much. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
well, I'll tell you
Glenn
something.
can look at those and tell me. And then he
Well-
said, what?
Sorry, if you want, you might call Randy Cleaver.
Okay.
He's who I get the police department's ones through.
Mm-hmm.
And also, we got our fire department one through. And he does the counties. He can tend to get on like Dell.
Right.
Since he's a dealer, he can go in and build stuff different than what we can and get
Okay.
some better pricing.
Get custom made.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
then I can contact him. I've got his number from the last invoice. I looked through and I was not really sure what to pick or what to buy. Keystone said that most laptops nowadays will meet their memory requirements. She said just get as much as you can, and then that my IT department, John Glenn, could do all the installation for me,
Yeah, we can.
and then that computer would become my primary computer with Keystone.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you tell Randy all the requirements and he can build you one pretty much.
Okay.
Okay, well, I can ask for that too. John can, maybe you can make some recommendations too. Okay.
Do we have a time
December 31st.
sunset clause on this thing? or anything?
December 31st.
Okay.
And so, if I find something, I may just make a call to you guys and ask for approval and just try to get something ordered so we can get that in motion on that end. The heating and cooling stuff we can talk about next month. So,
Okay. These are already surpluses and stuff. Do you have any updates on how many people have taken advantage of our offer to allow 6-month payment plan?
Fill out what?
oh boy, they're just,
What?
I didn't hear what you said. I was just asking what you said.
Underwater bills?
Yeah.
A
well,
payment plan for people that got way behind their
Yeah.
COVID
I was
thing.
saying
I've
that, I
called
just
and
didn't
I've
hear what
left
you said there.
voicemails, and so far I've set up arrangements with 2 of the 10 customers that I left messages with. And so I think that Tony and I kind of talked about it last week. I think I'm going to send him to put tags on their doors. It looks like a disconnect, but not actually disconnect, and saying that they need to call us immediately. I was trying to be kind of nice, but he and I talked about it the other day, and I think that's where I'm going to go. So that's where that is.
Well, if they want to save a little money, they need to do that. Well, actually, they could save half their bill, right?
Half their penalties.
Yeah. No, not business, of the building.
Right.
Usage, I didn't mean.
Maybe we should have put a deadline on that.
No, yeah.
Well, there's no shut off, so
We can shut off now.
you can?
The moratorium expired on August 14th. But they're encouraging us to work with people to the best of our ability. But yes, we can disconnect now. I did have Tony shut off a property that's vacant. I don't have a forwarding address. We shut hers off, and
The only one I heard him
Yeah.
extend was the eviction. You can't evict still. The rest
That's
of it-
right, yeah.
Yeah, the rest of it's up for grabs.
your IURC. I don't think your IURC regulated utilities can disconnect.
But we're not a
But
member
we're
of
not
that.
IURC. Yeah.
Okay. Is there any other old business? Anybody have anything under old business? You don't, do you? I went through everything pretty much on the last month's meeting minutes.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. If nobody has anything, we'll move to new business. This is not exactly new business, but sort of new business. We need to get a wellhead protection plan submitted by the 1st of November.
1st of October.
How come it says November here?
Well, he's got the date wrong. So we'll have to cross it out.
Okay, 1st of October. And what this is a plan to protect the well field out there on the, just off of Central Street by the water treatment plant. It's a thing required by the state.
Your plan.
Huh?
It's a 5-year plan.
Yeah, the 5-year plan. So, we need to vote on doing this. It's kind of last minute, but it's, it'll be $500 for the,
$900.
what did I say, $900 for the 5-year plan. That's where the 5 came
Yes.
from. And it's with, Midwest Water Resources, Springfield, Ohio.
They did the last one.
So what kind of protection is it?
What kind of a what?
What kind of protection is it?
Well, you're supposed to have a plan that doesn't allow any chemicals for so far away from the wells and so forth. And there's really only one farmer that's doing that, and they know. I mean, the wells are set back far enough now, but that's to let anybody else that might come in there know. And when the Dollar General went in, it had to follow underneath the wellhead protection plan too.
It's my fault that we're late on this because I forgot about it, and then I got the reminder and I was like, "Whoa!" So yeah, we probably could have got it done cheaper. My fault. Crazy busy.
So I need a motion and second to enter into this service agreement with Midwest Water Resources for the wellhead protection plan, 5-year for $900.
I'll make the motion to enter into the agreement of all that you just said.
All that stuff I said.
All that stuff you said.
I'll second that.
That's too much to remember.
Girl just went and got some.
That's
Well,
triple
those are
A's.
triple A's.
She got double A's.
Yeah.
and I think I gave Tony my last triple A's the other day.
Oh, you had one in your drawer.
I had one.
It's been moved and seconded to enter into the agreement with Midwest Water Resources for a 5-year wellhead protection plan at a cost of $900. The question? All those in favor of the motion say aye.
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 Oh,
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay.
You probably need to remind everyone that cleanup day is Saturday. That's old business like that.
This Saturday?
It is this Saturday.
Oh, so that's what you was talking about, moving the dumpster. Okay. Town cleanup day is this Saturday from 9 to noon. Hey, I remembered something.
It goes on the water bill.
It was? I looked at my water bill just to see how much it changed from. I didn't see any. I didn't notice
You
anything.
didn't notice any difference, yeah. Really, nobody said anything. So, I don't really think it's a
Has George been
noticeable-
in yet?
George was in today. I was really busy today. His
Of course, he
hasn't
don't have
changed.
water.
His hasn't changed, yeah.
He doesn't have water.
Right. He was in today, and I was really busy today, so I stamped his bill and told him to have a nice day. I don't have time for him.
We're doing that to Civic Center lot again?
Yes.
Okay. You have a new business?
Just one thing about Joink. That engineer contacted me, so they're going to come next
Next
next meeting.
Okay.
And they're going to give a presentation. So
All right.
this is in regards to internet around the town and
Okay.
towers and all that. So
Cool.
Are they a part of that $50 million the governor just appropriated?
I don't know. I've heard that after I had the discussion like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then I seen
They're
it on the news.
trying
so
to do the rural thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just committed. He committed Park County to that new $50 million plan of his. So
yeah.
hopefully he's going to bring some in too.
Well, we're rural. There's no doubt about that. Okay, you don't have anything?
I don't really think so.
Okay. This is new business. I have 2 complaints here concerning building burning on South Main Street. One says I can't even open my windows. The other one says 81 South Main Street, burning brush and cutting wood all day, every day, all hours of the day. I don't know what action we can take except for whatever our ordinance might say. And I know I'm pretty sure it's like from 6 to 6.
I think so.
Yeah.
Now, as far as cutting wood, I don't know how you can stop somebody from cutting wood. But it's being brought in. It's not on that property.
No, it's not.
I have noticed some smoke driving by there before, and I could feel for the people that live next door that probably does get pretty smoky sometimes, because a lot of it's green when it's burnt.
Well, I know Clyde's talked to him. Have you talked to him too, Kevin?
Yeah, I talked to him one day. Some of the piles that he gets going are still burning at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
He's not burning like brush on his own property. I mean, I seen a log on the trailer the other day that was a good chunk of a tree. So I'm not sure what's going on. I mean, I know, but
For our property, don't have any trees on it
yeah,
anymore. They used to.
right.
Well, all I can say is we're going to have to research the ordinance and
As
see.
far as I know, you're correct. It says 6A to 6P. State law says it's got to be virgin wood. Can't be treated in any way, which he's burning brush, so it's not treated.
Right. The problem is mostly with smoke, I'd say.
Well, I think some of the grumblings that I've heard a little bit are it's being trucked in. It's not,
Yes, bring
he's
it
not
out.
cleaning up his property. His property's cleaned up. Now he's trucking wood in from wherever, I have no idea, and burning it.
Does he have a log tree
Yeah,
trimming service?
He's trying to do a tree trimming service. The trees that are coming in are going to be for wood stoves for the 3 houses that we heat. Bill, ours, and there. He's got that garage heated. So that's why the wood is coming in there. So our plan
So
is
he's
to
just burning like tops.
Yes. Yeah, or anything that's just rotted or whatever. So then we're going to go over there and have a log splitting party, and we're going to divvy that wood out to the 3 properties that are going to heat with it.
Well, is
That's
there a
why
way
it's
to
showing
limit the green stuff that's being burned?
Yeah, just tell them stop.
That's simple.
Yeah. I mean, if it's going to be that, you know what I mean? If it's becoming an issue, then it's,
Well, I'm sure that probably, I don't know the names on here.
no, regardless.
That it's probably a nuisance to them.
Yeah.
I understand that. I'd probably be complaining if it was next door to my house too.
Okay. Well, you just have to figure something else out with it.
You don't have a wood chipper?
I don't think he's got that far yet. Might be something to look into.
I think that might be something to look into, yeah. Okay.
And is the logs that big an issue? All that wood coming in? Well, I'm just asking, are you getting
I live up on the
complaints?
hill. It burning's not affecting me.
No, not
I
the
mean, I'll
burning.
have to read the, I'll have to have Natalie pull our ordinance, but.
No, I'm more worried about the logs coming in. Is that a problem with them being set there until they get split? Is that what they're complaining about, or is it
No,
just the smoke?
it's
I
the
think
burning.
it's the burning and the smoke.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the complaint is,
Well, now, they'll say something about cutting wood all day, every day.
so I don't know if they're talking about cutting the logs up that he's bringing in.
Yeah.
I think people would understand if he's, and this is just me from
Yeah.
kind of what I've heard, if he was cleaning up his property, like when the house burned, he was cleaning
Right.
his trees up. That's one thing, but now he's bringing logs in, and he's not burning 1 day a week, he's burning 4 or 5 days a week.
Okay.
And he's burning all day long,
Yeah.
4 or 5 days a week.
Well, on one of those complaints, when I talked to that fellow that came in, and you can't win when you work like night shifts and things like that. But he's like, it's all day long chainsaws and wood splitting, and he's like, it's like continuous. He said between the burning and the smoke and the noise, it's just. He said that was just getting to him. So I don't know. I'm just
Well, we'll look at the ordinance.
okay.
I mean, I understand what he's trying to do, but then again,
Doesn't
Main
sound
Street in a little town,
Yes.
Yeah.
probably not the best place either, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Got a copy of minutes I need to sign.
So we maybe need to know not only the burning ordinance, but the noise ordinance.
That's true.
He's,
Perhaps so, yeah.
I haven't had anybody say cutting wood real late or nothing, other than cutting it during the day, and if it's during the day, it's,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
the noise ordinance isn't gonna kick in until 10 or 11 o'clock at
Yeah.
night, so.
Well, and he's not the only one. When I was working at that Middle Street house, the guy across the street, he was running a log splitter all day. You know what I mean? He's got it stacked up against his house, so he's not the only guy doing it. And obviously, like I said, we're going to heat with that wood, so he's not just bringing it in to be bringing it in. There's a purpose behind that wood. No, I'm just saying, so
Yeah.
if, the big pile and it being there, then we could get to it sooner to get rid of that nuisance, if that's what they're saying. But as far as, the smoke, I can cut that out quick. That'd be pretty easy.
I think that would make
I
people
think the
really
biggest
happy.
problem is the burning.
I think
Okay.
the biggie.
I do too.
That's the biggest
Okay.
issue. Yeah.
That's fine.
Just from looking at these two complaints, that's what I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I
the
know
smoke.
I came through town one day last week. I remember what day it was, might have been the day I left to school. And I seen a big old plume,
Yeah.
and he had
Okay.
piles and piles of green leaves just, and it goes away after 30 minutes or so, but for that 30 minutes, it smoked up the whole south end of town.
All right.
Any other new business? Any other new business? Let's move to department reports. No shut-offs. Oh, you did shut off one.
I did shut one off. Yes, I did.
How many delinquents?
didn't do mail-in notices. I called people. I'll restart mail-in notices.
I'll put
this
several.
month. Yeah, just put a bunch. The severely delinquent accounts, there's about 10. And that's who I contacted by phone the other day. And they're repeat offenders.
Same ones.
Yeah.
We haven't had any water issues, have we, Tony, you know of?
Other than residential's, no. We've had a couple that had water leaks.
Yeah, but that's
They've called me and
not ours.
Right.
other than that.
I talked to Gary today, and he said I was hoping he'd email me. I didn't get him by today. He had Ortman's come out on well servicing. They were supposed to get him a price, and he has a price from Lane, so he wants us to consider on repairing that first well to be able to switch back over to it, but I didn't get him yet. Our water bond is paying off. I have to have the payment in by September 25th, so this will help our operating fund. This is $2,500 a month that goes into this. So,
No, that'll help quite a bit.
yeah, so this we'll make a September bond, and then we have an interest payment that I'll go ahead and make in September as well. That'll be from the October, but that'll significantly help. And the water rate too.
All right, was the excavator being paid off this month?
No, we paid the excavator off last year.
Last year.
Or the year, yeah, a long time ago. It was last year.
Okay. There's no wastewater issues that you know of either, is there? Haven't talked to Rob. Last time I talked to him, he gave me that news about 2 years we're going to have to find us another operator. Okay. Street department.
I seen that they worked on the alleys, did a little storm damage over here. I don't know what else you got, Tony.
Towards the alley we ripped out.
Yeah,
And
that's
laid
what
it
I was.
back down. We're gonna put another layer on. Kind of been waiting for it to rain on it and get enough traffic on it and get it packed in and put another layer across the top, but no rain.
Yeah, I rode down it with my mule. It was a little rough.
It's a little rough. All
More
the
like,
stuff settling around all the chunks that's down there.
mm.
Well, that and somebody's been flying down it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was told
wasn't
that by
me.
people that live down there. But there's been a couple of vehicles driving excessively fast since it's smooth or smoother.
They're probably just hitting the high spots now.
Yeah.
But it is better. It looks
Right.
better.
Oh, it's better to drive on too. There's no actual holes.
We trimmed a bunch of trees out in the alleys. We did get the new weed eater / pole saw. And it works marvelous for doing trees now. What else? Replaced the water line.
Okay, go ahead.
Dug a water line for somebody to replace one. Yes, I think.
Oh, we had a street sign hit.
Yes.
What are we gonna? We had a street sign hit. What intersection? Miller.
Depot and Miller.
Depot and Miller. It was hit by a pontoon boat.
The pole is destroyed. Kind of this way and this way.
Well,
Oh, we got a pile of poles out here.
None of them will work. Those are all, well, it's still one of the round ones. It's the round ones. That the street sign itself goes on.
Okay.
So you just need some conduit, dig a hole,
but
concrete it in.
Should we make them pay for it? We know who hit it.
Well, their insurance ought to cover it,
That's what I
yes.
was gonna say, won't their insurance pay for it?
Well, I'm telling you right now, Tony and I are not going down there. Kevin can go down there.
Who hit it?
It was Lennon's trailer.
Does he know he hit it?
Well, according to the witness that saw it happen, they got out of the vehicle, they walked around, they looked at the boat,
And they were like, what are they looking at? And then when they drove off, they realized the sign was destroyed.
Oh, man, it's,
So I would say they knew that they did, and they were checking the bill to make sure it wasn't damaged, and then went on down the road.
Christina. Carla or Steve?
Yes.
Carla.
I'll be out either tomorrow afternoon or Thursday morning. I'll stop and see if I can talk to you.
that would be
Okay.
wonderful if you would do that.
Fantastic.
Okay, Park Department?
Nothing.
Nada. Fire Department?
Okay. One tank assist for the fire, 13 med runs, a mutual aid one, a tree down one, and a gas leak one, for a total of 17.
That one MVA, that was a motorcycle wreck.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
MBA, motorcycle wreck, sorry.
In town?
No, out on 1000 South.
Oh.
Let's do it again, Becky. 13 medical, 1 tank assist, 1 tree down, 1 MBA, 1
Gas leak.
gas leak.
Breakfast the 20th. Drive-through.
Okay, cemetery report.
2 burials, 1 cremation, 1 grave sold. And I did get, we have signs out to cemetery, 3 signs, with, rules and regulations on there. They're pretty gnarly looking. So I got a quote from Fuquay's, and they'd be $75 a piece to put new signs up there.
So you need 3 of them?
Yeah.
She's under her limit.
That sounds
She's
all
under
right
her
to you?
limit.
She is under the limit.
She's under her limit. She can just spend it.
Woohoo.
How come you don't have them already, Carol?
Well, she said if I did 4 signs, they'd drop it to $70 a piece. And I thought, well, maybe we could work a deal and I could get a new sign for the park. I said Rosedale Park. What do we think, John?
Is it going to be a big, decent one?
Huh?
Is it going to be a big size one?
Yeah, just white and black letters.
Well, I can help pay for it, and that way you won't go over and I won't go over. How about that?
Oh, that
And then we
sounds
can
good.
just do
Well,
it.
Natalie can write one check and then put it in
Yeah.
there.
That way neither of us are over and we'll be good.
Yeah.
We're making a deal down here.
We're making deals. Okay.
Let's make a deal.
Let's play the system.
And now it wasn't going to be reflective because that's really, really expensive. But I don't think.
Well, it don't need to be reflective because you're not supposed to be out there after dark anyhow.
Well, that's what
In
I
either
said.
place.
If,
I was
you
gonna
could,
say,
if
yeah.
you're reading this, you shouldn't be here. That's what. So I'll talk to her some more about it then.
Can we go? I just want to go back to the park really quick. That new weed eater combo unit was $840, and the park actually bought that, John.
All right then. Hey, man, that 4,500 I gave you.
Too late.
Well, we were talking about it. We haven't bought anything for the park, and I didn't think you were going to spend that much by the
No.
end of the year. And it just, I was like, I bet he won't care if we take it out of the
No,
park.
not
So
at all.
that's where it came out of. If you want me to change it, I can.
No,
But
no, it's
okay.
all right.
I mean, Tony's going to be able to weed eat over there all the time. He's super excited about it.
It does work much better.
He does. We kind of pushed him into buying that combo unit. Carol and I did.
2 months it took me to talk him into buying something.
I don't go anywhere.
I know. And then when I
I'll
was
let
ready
you know
to
because I'll
go
just look
get
out my
it
back window and tell you if
myself,
you've done anything or not.
so I'm on my way to Clinton to go get it because I was going to go to the bakery too. And then he goes, "Oh, I was headed over there now. I was going to get it."
I was actually heading to it.
So
So did you go to the bakery for her?
no,
She didn't bring me nothing from the bakery.
I went on to Menards.
Okay, police report.
Don't have an accurate report. Had a
Something
problem.
happened when she sent it to me. It was 9 pages long. It was like
Oh,
those
my.
codes that are on that for every little thing. Like she sent me the whole, every code in the system. And I sent her an email back and said, hey, check this out, but she hasn't replied to me with a report, so
All right.
I don't have it.
So we'll get 2 months report next month. right?
Yeah, hopefully I'll get with her and she'll give me this month too.
Okay. Clerk treasurer report.
Besides the budget, I've just been really busy in the office. People like to come in and talk to me lately. I don't know. I don't really have anything new. I need the police chief. I need our marshal to turn in his time cards. He hasn't turned any in for a long time. Bradford's all caught up. That's about it. I don't have a lot right now.
Didn't we send a couple letters to properties last month?
We did, and the one property got mowed down, which we talked about earlier. That was Mr. Benson's property. And then the other property, I needed some clarification on what the word on that extra lot. And I meant to drive by there and I did not, so I'll double check that one.
Well, I was wondering about a lot there in the subdivision that's a vacated building, and it's been, what, a couple years since they've moved out, and I'm wondering if we should write them a letter and find out what their plans are. I mean, there's been people interested in buying the lot.
Are you talking about Swig's property?
Yeah.
There's nobody living there?
Oh, no, for a couple of years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, it might even be longer than that.
Does that only concern you because it's next door?
Well, Tony keeps the yard mowed. It looks all right, but there's a truck there. There's a car there.
Is the truck still full of trash?
No, I don't think so.
Is the
I mean,
roof kind of falling in on that house?
Yeah, it's just a matter of time.
It's like coming apart.
Sagging?
Fascia. The fascia.
Oh, fascia's off.
Yeah. And there's probably vermin in there.
There's cats.
That's right, vermin.
There are cats in
You don't want any big rats. Leave
No.
those on
No.
Ken's side of town.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Possums.
I
got
can
rid of
hit that.
even
We
possums.
need
We
to,
got rid of possums too.
A little target practice.
if we're talking about properties, we probably also need to hit the house across the street from the park where all the windows are kicked
Yeah.
open and there's the broken
Right.
windows. You know.
Morris's old house,
Yes.
Yes.
does Dombrowski still own that?
Yes.
So we can also, I'll send her a letter too.
Yeah, I know there's
If
vermin
she's-
in there. The windows are open. I know there's cats.
Who owns that, Belinda or Crystal?
No, Crystal and the mom. Crystal and her mom.
Well, if you get a good address for her, let me know, because I know
Oh.
somebody that was looking for her.
Okay.
It might have been
They
a
have a
company
mailbox
state
over there
police.
where they get mail. So, yeah. I'll double check and see address wise. But yeah, that is another concern. I had somebody actually mention that to me the other day.
That little white shed on Central Street by the sirens, is that ours?
Mhm.
Have you seen the roof on that?
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, it needs a roof.
I thought it was concrete.
No, the little white shed on the roof?
By the tower.
Oh, the little shed.
Yeah,
No.
by the sirens and
Do
stuff.
we do anything with that shed?
I don't know. Is there anything in that little shed behind the old pump house?
That little white shed there on Central, by the sirens?
Some wood.
Just take it too long to answer. Rip it down.
Isn't it a little block building?
No.
No, it's not.
No, looks like a little siren.
No, it was the shed for the cable service
is coming
whenever
Oh, okay.
they used the tower.
They're starting to crumble.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's going on with the AT&T building door?
That's a vent system, so.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
is that
it Must have
weird?
mold or something, or,
That's weird though.
yeah. No, I
okay.
seen that the other day.
There's some contractors in there.
Yeah, there's some
Okay.
kind of vent, there's some kind of,
So we don't need that white
Be
shed?
moved, or will it fall apart?
That shed?
Uh-huh.
It's on a concrete slab.
Is it beyond repair?
No. We can put a roof on it. Do you want to put a roof on it?
Well, it looks like
you can
crap.
take the mini and just dump that concrete over in Claghorn's pile. He won't know the difference.
Yeah.
I mean, we can remove it. It's not doing anything.
I
It's
know
not
it's
doing anything. We don't need it. I'd say.
It is unsightly.
Yeah, I just noticed it when I drove by there. I was like, yeah, that thing.
I mean, concrete ain't gonna hurt nothing. It's sitting there.
Right.
This is my philosophy about this. If we can't gripe at everybody else about their yards and stuff, if the town's not going to take care of their stuff.
Good comment.
Amen, sister.
Yep.
So that's what I'm talking about.
Anything else on your clerk treasurer?
I just noticed.
I don't have anything else.
Public comments, anybody have any? Chair accept the motion to pay the bills.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
I second that.
It's been moved and seconded to pay the bills, so that's presented.
Yeah.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I'm just glad it's not on that line.
Opposed? Motion carried. Chair accept the motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you, people, for being here.